Hello, my name is Constable Kira Brooks with Barrie Police Service. I am our Community Safety and Wellbeing Officer, and today I want to talk to you about elder abuse and setting healthy boundaries. There are 5 different types of elder abuse that we're going to touch upon today. There's financial, there's emotional and psychological, there's physical and sexual, and finally neglect. Financial abuse is one of the most common forms of abuse that we see. We see theft, we see forgery, we see misuse of power of attorney. We also see many times changes to the bank accounts where the senior is unaware of those changes, or maybe perhaps they are being locked out of their financial institutions. Emotional and psychological abuse is also very common. That is where we see demeaning and hurtful comments. We also see intimidation or threats being made, not respecting the senior's wishes, or even worse, keeping the seniors away from their friends or perhaps their grandchildren. Physical and sexual abuse. Any form of those are completely unacceptable, even if it doesn't show an actual injury. Unfortunately, many of these go unreported, and that's due to shame or embarrassment. Neglect. That's where people are withholding proper care and basic needs. There's unsafe medication, you're either overusing it or underusing it. There's unsafe living conditions. Maybe the clothing is dirty or the home is dirty. They're not getting enough fluids, they're not getting enough food, and sadly, abandonment. When it comes to boundaries, respect is a must. So what are healthy boundaries? There are rules and guidelines for how you expect people to treat you, a form of self-respect and a form of self-care. So why set healthy boundaries? Well, first off, it sets expectations for what other people to expect and for what you to expect. And you let people know what's not okay. So it's easy for you to say no because the expectation has been set. And most importantly, it's good for your mental health. So now how do you set those boundaries? Well, first off, you identify them. You set them and you make them clear so that people know what to expect your boundary to be and what the consequence would be if someone didn't respect your boundary. That way you're not disappointing yourself and you're holding yourself and others accountable. Now, I know that there are barriers to putting boundaries in place. There are several reasons why that happens. Maybe you might fear that you're going to put yourself in a position where someone abandons you, or you feel guilty, or there might be some safety concerns, or maybe this is just your first time setting a boundary. Thank you for taking the time to watch this little video. Now, if you are someone that experienced any of these and you want to report anything, I'm going to put up some phone numbers for you to be able to have some contacts and some phone numbers just for some advice if you need it. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're all in this together. A safe community and your well-being is paramount.